Okay, Alex. This is how we're gonna roll. All right. Let's see. I made a dummy job with for here. I'll just show you what how I would detail the handrails. Oh, yeah. Man, tired. All right. Let's see. Let's go open up the design drawings, and here we go. Uh-oh, not in there. Here. All right. So first thing I'm going to see is that the finished floor is going to be 114 foot 1, and I know this slopes down a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. So this is what I know about my building. I know that the finished floor of the stair is going to be 1 foot. I mean, of the landing up here is going to be 114 foot 1, but it's going to slope down an inch to the outside, and I will show you that because in this section here, you see this is the finished floor right here. See, it slopes all the way down there. Okay, so it's about an inch. So basically, it's 14 foot out here, but at the building line, it's 14 foot 1. So you're going to use a base of 14 foot 1. That is going to be your flat, level surface that you're going to calculate all your stuff from. All right, except for your post, and we'll get to that in just a little bit. All right, so 14 foot 1. Now, you don't have a model, so you won't be doing it this way, but this is how you would lay it out as far as AutoCAD goes as well. Let's say 12 foot. And you know what? Let's take this down a little bit farther. I'll just make a big old square out of it. I'll take let's see. This overall distance is, let's go measure here. From here to that wall, that's not the correct dimension. Let's go calibrate from, right, let's cancel this. Let's zoom in. Alright, let's go calibrate. I'll just do this for reference. This is not exactly the way you do it, but this is how you get rough estimates with Bluebeam. Okay, now I'm going to measure this dimension here to this dimension here at 7 foot 8, roughly 7 foot 8. All right, so let's go measure this rough distance here from this point of the building line to this point of the building line. As you can see, that's a mess. No one raised it up here. That's it's 120 foot 6. So I'm going to go back into a model. 120 foot 6. That's 7 foot 8, correct? Or is it 7 foot 6? Let's go back and check. .7 foot 8. Okay, we're good. Oh, wrong button. Oh man. So this here, I want to lay this out, concrete slab. Yeah, 1 foot's fine. Alright, now we have isometric view. I do believe I'm going to go down like 6 inches or so. I do believe all these pillars are 2 foot. Let me check back here. Well, technically that should be a grade beam out there, concrete. It's 2 foot it looks like, but I used 1 foot. It don't matter. I'm just showing you how to lay out, how I lay out handrails. Alright, so that's like, the first bay is like 31 foot 11. I'm not going to go with that. It might even be 32 foot exact, but I'm going to go 32.11. And I'm going to put a post up here. Let's go this dimension. Let's go up. Let's see. I think that was 8 foot. The ceiling height. Oh, that's to the door. I'm going to go 10 foot up. I'm going to go 10 foot up. 10 foot 0. I'm going to go 31 foot 11. And then 2 foot. And then I'm just going to go 7 foot here. Because with blue beam, there may just be a 1/4 inch difference. So I go 7 foot. Actually, no, I'm going to go 6'11 3/4. And then I'm going to go 2 foot. I'm going to try to keep it pretty close to that same distance over here. So 32 foot 5. And then 4, 5 3/4. So let's go 32 foot 5. 2 foot. 4 foot 5 3/4. 2 foot. And then I'm just going to go down here. I'm going to go back 2 foot because the overall was 126, whatever. I'm going to try to keep it the same. Alright. Man, I don't know why I'm so tired. So I am going to go to, you know what, let's just go edit this. See if it'll let me change it to 2 foot. Nope. Alright, let's just go 4 foot 1. Alright, let's just erase this out. Foot. Alright, now I am going to put some, I'm going to go in 2 foot, negative 2 foot. I'm going to go 2 foot 0. That's a 32 foot 5. 2 foot, 6 foot 11 3/4. 2 foot. What's that? Oh, 31 foot. 31 foot. Nope. I think I messed up. It's 31 foot 11 and then 32 4. I mean 32 5. Okay, let's go erase these out. 31 foot 11, 2 foot. 6 foot 11 3/4. 2 foot. 2 foot 5. 2 foot. 4 foot 5 3/4. 2 foot 0. Then go back over here. Negative 0. Okay, so now I want to go a foot up because that I want to get to the center We'll put a center point for every one of my where my little columns are. This is different with the model than it is with AutoCAD. AutoCAD, you just draw these things in there, but this is just for me to show you how I would detail these. So if we're going to go 14'8", 14'1", minus 2 foot, that's going to be 12'1". Let's go. Oh, okay, I'm already there. I'm a genius. Okay, so I'm going to put concrete footing here, make it square. Top of column is going to be 10 foot above 114.1, so that's 124.1. Elevation bottom of column, 112'1". Column length, 24. Width is going to be 24. Boom. Now I want to copy this piece down this line. Alright, now let's go look at this side view over here. Okay, so I want to say there's another one of those posts right here. That looks like it's about 2 foot, which is about the same as that. So, actually, the building line should have been 9'8". I can change that. Alright, so, let's go 2'0". So, whoops, 7'8". And then 2'0". Alright, so I'm going to copy this post and this post. From here to here. Alright, and now I'm going to go back to 114.1, which is top of my concrete. I'm going to erase. And then I am going to add in a new slab. Here, to here, to here, to here, to here. Alright, there. That is where your handrails. The handrails side here, and along the whole front line right here. So you got your layout. So with AutoCAD, you'll already have this in. It'd be faster than what I just did. So what I would do is I would click on the face, or I would put my handrails about 3.5 to 4 inches in. Sometimes it's 3 to 4 inches in. I'm just going to go 4 inches in because you're going to go 4 inches in. You could choose to go 3 inches in, and that would be, I'll show you what that is. And it says 42-inch high rail. There's the top of my rail. Now, I don't know what size this is, so I'm going to use 1 1/4 inch standard. So I'm going to go -13, 16 to get to the center line of my rail. And being the fact that this is over 20 foot, I'm going to split this thing in half. So I'm going to go, let's see, 31.5 divided by 3111. 11 divided by 2. 1511.5. I knew that already. Alright, I'm just going to split this thing down the middle. And I am going to add in my pipe. Let's see, standard. I'll click centered here. Alright, there's one. Now I'm going to add another from here to here. Boom. So I got my main members in there. I'm separating it halfway between there because generally they don't like handrail pieces over 20 foot long. With the experience of the customers I've had to deal with before, they don't really like them over 20 foot long. Your customer may be different. You might be able to do it in one piece. All right, now let's go back to the plans. Let's go back up, and they show. Let me get this out of the pan. Here, they show 1 post, 2 posts, 3 posts, 4 posts, 5 posts, 6 posts, 7 posts. All right. I'm going to do a little trick here real quick. I'm going to go to the end view here. I'm going to take my checkbox off. I'll drop this down an inch. It may slope more than an inch, but I'm just going to assume it's an inch because it doesn't need very much of a slope. Alright. So I've already got my slope in there. Alright, let's go back to my isometric side. And I'm going to surface up this. Okay, I'm back to my rails. And how many rails were posts were there? There's 1 post, 2 posts, 3 posts, 4 posts, 5 posts, 6 posts, 7 posts. 7 posts. So don't want to put one in the dead center. So if I go 31, 11, 0 divided by 7, 0, 7. Alright. Divided by, I think that's 8 spaces. 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, 4 space, 5 space, 6 space, 7 space, 8 spaces. Yep, 8 spaces. That is going to be almost, basically, that's basically 4 foot. So that's what I'm going to roll with. I'm going to roll 2 foot this way, and then 4 foot this way, and then I want to go 4 foot on center, even though it came out to 3/11 and 7/8. And this is how I'm going to roll that. They may not like this. They may want these things to look pretty much symmetrical. And I mean, that's fine if they want. We can move the splice point of the 2 members a foot past if they want to separate them. But then that would have a problem with the cable ties. Let's see. I've never done one with cable ties. I've never done it. So it looks like they're going to break those things down into pieces. That I would assume that they would break those into pieces and put those up in the field. Okay, I'm going to go with that route. That they're going to make all this stuff individual pieces and field welded post to whatever. Now I don't know if they're going to core drill these posts, but I'm going to assume they are. So I'm going to go 6 inches in for the 6 inch core drill, and I am just going to put these at 4 foot on center. Oops, I screwed up. And that will pretty much make these things look symmetrical. This looks more like the architectural drawing. 311 and a half. The rest of it's 4 foot. This is going to be 311 and a half exactly on this end as well. Yep. All right. I'm adding my post in now. And like I said, I've gone 6 inches into the concrete, which would be 7 inches from the top of 114.1, the concrete. And these are going to be my post. And let's see, that does not look like it's on the center line, does it? That's the top view. Let's view that. Nope. I forgot to change my depth when I zoom back in. So I am going to move this thing. Now, AutoCAD's different. This is just me showing you the process. Whoops. Alright, let's see. I know what I want to do. Erase it out. Exact. And I don't know with cable systems whether or not they use like a plate on the top of there, one of those like half moon plates that they would weld to the top of the this post here, and then this would just sit on it and have two screws coming up. They may have that. That might be what they want to do. I only have these two drawings here that you sent me, so. But anyway, just laying it out. Alright, so this is the layout here of your individual posts and your individual top rails. So I did notice that there was 10 spaces, so I'm going to measure from the center line of this post to the top of the 114.1 elevation. It's going to be, you know what? I want to go from the top of it because that'll probably give me an even number. So 3/6 divided by 10 spaces. It's going to give me 4 and 3/16. What if I go 3, 5, and 3 divided by 10 spaces? 4 to 16. That's probably more like it. So I'm going to go 4. I'm going to go 4 inches down, and that'll probably give me 5 and 3/16. Nah, you know what? I'm going to go 4 and 16. That's going to get me pretty close to the bottom. So cancel. I'll leave that last cable just above the concrete line. That's no problem, because on the other side, because you want them to kind of turn the corner and match. So let's see. Is there kind of a cable here? I don't think there's cable in SDS. Void material, library part, bolt, turnbuckle. It's not cable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a round bar. I'm going to attach it there. And I'm just going to take it to the center line. And I'm going to leave it 1/4 inch because it doesn't need to be much bigger than that. I'm going to center it because this is all just for show anyway. Here, here. You know what, I'm just going to copy these. Copy. I'm going to copy it one more time. Alright, and I'm going to do another copy. Copy all of these from this point to this point, because they're going to be the same. Alright, and then I'm going to add in another round bar. I could copy these, but it's just as fast. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's copy. Copy one at a time. Click, 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 click. Alright, I think I copied one too many right here. I did. Alright, so now I want to copy all these. Okay, so that's what it would look like. This is, I'll make an erection view. I'll save this as an erection view so you can see, and let's go save area. And then I'm going to go here, and I'm going to surface. I can't really surface on that now, can I? That's going to be, alright, let's see what we want to do. I'll go 114 for 1. Alright, there's my plan view. I'm going to take the depth check off. You don't have to worry about this. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a plan view. Let's go 0.5. Let's go handrail plan view. I'm going to do it. Stuff that you don't have to worry about. Alright, I'm going to actually detail members. It's going to take a second. Now I'm going to detail my erection views. This is the part that you're going to want to know. Click those two. Well, I mean, you're not going to want to know how SDS does it, but I'm going to open up my erection views. And as you can see, I did not make it a wire, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to open up this. I did not make that a wire either. So I'm going to open up the detail, which is M6. I'm going to go back into the model. I'm going to detail these again. Click these two. Settings. Wire. As far as handrails go, these are pretty simple ones. Alright, let me go isometric view. Alright, now let's go. Just because you're going to need this. How would I do this best? Exact. Clearance is 16 inch. Yes, change all. So what I'm going to do now is see, it's got to have a holes for the cable ties. So I'm going to do that on all of them. So I'm going to go exact. I'm going to click this one, this one, this one. and I've done that, and it's added the holes in every single one of them. And remember, concrete is going to be core drilled unless they have the base plate on there that they want to mount to the concrete. I would not recommend that, being the fact that this is a balcony. I mean, I know they're probably going to anchor it over here. I know that the cables will be anchored over here. They're going to anchor this handrail into this right here, and they're going to anchor it here too. But bolts and this stuff can sometimes get loose, and same thing here. I would rather core drill it, especially since this is 2 inches thick. 2 feet thick. I think that's what the slab's going to be. I don't know. It may only be 6 inches slab. I don't know. I don't know the framing situation. But anyway, so now I'm going to go back to my isometric view. My direction view. And here's my plan view. And I am going to erase the hatching because I hate the hatching. Alright, so now, let me get these stupid elevations and stuff off here I don't need. Select, show, hide. Alright. Alright. So, this is what your plan would look like. You would dimension this, and you'd dimension this and this, okay? And then you would dimension from here to the center line of your pipes, which in this case I used 4 inches. So that's your important thing. You do the same thing over here too. This would be 2 foot, and then of course all the rest of your handrails around here would be at 4 inches as well, off of the face of the building. I use 4 inches. They may prefer 3 inches, but being the fact that it's a balcony, I'd give it a little bit more room, especially since I want to core drill it for safety reasons, for my own safety reasons, and covering my ass. Alright, so that's what your plan would look like. Your plan would look like this, and then you would cut a section on your plan, and I have a standard detail. I'll change this to -90. Change this to 0.25. Apply. And I'll just put it somewhere around there. I'll erase this out. And I'd say 01 E2. Or you might have enough room on the E sheet, but I would take the sections from it because you're going to want to have all of the erection. Like this would be one whole line, and this one would be a line, unless you wanted to make this one a view, and then this one a different view, and then this one a different view, or you could just make it all one view and just, I would separate them, so that way you can show pretty good, more detail. But this is basically what your plan would look like. You'd have a section looking this way, this section looking this way, same thing with all these. All these would look this way, and then this one here would look this way. And I don't know if you're doing the ones for the stairs. I'd need more information for the stairs to show you that. But the stair plan, see, if you look at this, they don't show any post. You'd have to have at least one post in the middle of this stair, and probably 3 of them on this one. One in the middle, and then separate the last 2 spaces with the post. Being the fact that these are cables, and just use post. Alright, okay. But this is what your plan would look like. And now I want to look at the erection view. Show you how I would see, this is what I would do. I would clean this up a little bit. Let's show. In this view, I would show all of my my material sizes. I mean, of course, this says 1/4 inch bar, but that's not what we're going to use. I mean, you're using cable, but and I would take out this. I would probably show the line at 14 foot, not at 14:1, because 14:1 is not going to be in the view that they're going to be seeing. So you would need to make that 14'1" at this point. I mean 14 foot at this point. And I would measure, I would do this, and I would put this dimension on here for every bay, and I would locate every single one of my posts. And I would give my height here, and being the fact that this concrete is sloped and that's 3.7 to 3.6, which would be 42 inches, I would put a note under here to base of concrete slope. So they know that 3'7" or 43 inches is actually to the base of the concrete slope at the edge, not at the building line. And then I would dimension just right here, and then I would go I don't know why I picked that line, but I would dimension every one of these. Like here, here. Now I go click, 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 click. That one clicked the wrong spot, but I can move it. I'm going to click the wrong spot. I will move that line. Come on, dimension line. Alright, I'm probably have to go off this far to grab that dimension line. Well, I would show all these. You could do it this way, where you dimension 4 1/16, or you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 spaces at 4'11" equals. I mean, at 10 spaces at 4 1/16 equals 3'4" and 5/8, and then dimension from here to here, so you can see the 13 or whatever the size of the top rail is. I don't know. That I just used 1 1/4 inch pipe. Same thing with the post. That's what my drawings would look like there. I mean, I make these a little bit bigger piece parts. Cables, I don't know if you're detailing the cables. I don't know. I've never had to detail cables. But this is, I would draw the plan view, and then I make an elevation view, and I put all the information in, like where the posts are, and I should have made it look like there was a core drill here, and then I would have put a cloud around it that said crap, I'm hitting the wrong button. Please verify core drill 6 inches. And I'd probably put a typical under that. Typical. Alright, so that's what I would do. That's exactly how I would do an elevation view and a plan view. Now, let's go look at the details. I'm not going to do the rods because the little ones I use for the cable thing, but this is the top pot. This, obviously, this is the top line, top rail. That's it. And that's going to be a pretty simple detail. If they're breaking all this stuff down, I don't know how that process is going to go. But where's your post at? I don't see any post details. Let's see. Let's see if it's got a detail required. Okay, it does. Okay. All right. Nope. Let's just open up this one. That's the wrong one to open. Let's open this one. And let's go back and... This is not a process you have to go through. This is just my process. Alright. And then I would go and open up that detail and look. See? There's holes there. So I would detail. I put some dimensions here to the center line of the holes. I'd actually put them away from that thing over there so it can be seen. But I would not do the 4 1/16. I would do 10 spaces. Or 9 spaces. It'd be 9 spaces like this. Alright. 9 spaces at 4 1/16 equal whatever the distance is. More than likely that's probably correct. But I'm not really checking it, so. And then I would put a note on here. If they're ever going to core drill it, I would say 6 inches, and underneath it I'd write no paint, so that it bonds with the concrete. And then I would write on here, if it's broke down, and this is all depending on what size your pipe is. And so that's what my details will look like. That is it. That's what my drawings would look like. And, well, of course, I would change this to, say, post. Stupid keyboard. Alright. And I would change this to be top rail. Alright. And once it's on like an e-sheet, I would, let's go new, cancel. Let's go let's go e-sheets. Let's go E1 24 by 36. And I would, like I said, I would make a section for just this one for this one, 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 and one for this one. Or you could just go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would start with the bottom line first and do the 2 sides at the last. And then I would save that drawing, make an E2, And then I would add all my elevation views on this one here. Of course, it's going to be bigger than it should be because I would make them very large. Not very large, but I would make them large where they're easily read. So and of course you'd put a little title on this thing that says elevation view 01. You put it like a note here, like elevation 01. And always remember to put a north arrow, whichever direction it's pointing. Whichever way north goes, make sure you have a north arrow on there. That's the way I'd roll it, man. Let me know if you need anything else.